Good day, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to another video on the channel Journey with Kevin. This is your boy, Hearted Kevin Conscious. As you all can see, I'm well dressed up. Different flavor today that I'll be bringing, thanks to my wife for my hairstyle. And of course, yours truly, barber the side, and wifey to the top. So, you know the things. Anyways, I want to thank all the persons who have been following my channel, all the persons who have subscribed. Thank you. For the persons who have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Great things are in store where this channel is concerned. I went to an interview today. So within the past couple of weeks, my wife and we've been talking, and I told her I wanted to register one of my businesses because I have more than one thing happening, and I want to register one, but I'm trying to figure out which one should I register. During a conversation between us, I'm like, you know what? I think it's time I register the Help a Trans initiative because I'm giving people money out of my pocket. And if it's a case that I'm going to ask people for help, then I need to have some paperwork to show that the business is registered or it's a legitimate business so that I can attract more donors or more sponsors or even help more people. Guys, from I started my channel, if you were with me from then, you can go back to the first 15 videos that I posted, or maybe the first 3 lives that I did on my channel, and you can hear me saying, I am the voice to the voiceless, bringing hope to the hopeless. I have always said in my videos, or most of my videos, I want to help people in whatever way I can. I also said I would hope if my channel gets big that I can help transgenders to leave Jamaica, or help transgenders in Jamaica to get their surgeries or the medications that they need. I am still here, people. I'm not letting you down. I'm still working on it. All of that will come to pass. The reason for this video is to motivate you all. Stay true to yourself. My interview with the Gleaner and the Star went viral all over social media. I saw the negative comments. I also saw the positive comments. And remember, I'm not going to let it phase me. I'm not going to let it change me. I am staying true to myself and my family. That's Tasha, Tashi, and Shay. My extended family, you just have to live with it. At some point in time, I hope you can forgive me. I didn't see where I do anything wrong. But I guess the publicity, you all never really deal with it well. But I hope one day we can get past that. People, stay true to yourself. It's going to hurt. But the Bible says, the truth may cause offense, but is not a sin. I am living my truth, and I don't feel like I'm living a sin or a life of a sin, but not going to the Bible. I had an interview today for a job, a supervisor's position, and I know I'm qualified enough to take on the position of the supervisor for the place that I applied for. I received my registration in the mail yesterday because I'm a social service worker. I was waiting on my registration, so I have my ID, so I can do other stuff. I can register my business like I wanted to. I was just waiting on the registration to come through, and I finally got it in the mail yesterday. Now I went for the interview. I was contemplating, do I want to go for this interview? But then a voice said to me, just go. Go for going's sake, because you never know. I'm like, if I get the job, I'm going to take it. If I don't get the job, I'm not going to let it stress me. The point I'm trying to make is that I went to the job. The lady looked at my resume. She asked me a few questions, answered very intelligently. You know, a boy, good like that. She looked at me and said, I'm going to be honest with you. You're overqualified. It doesn't even make sense I try to negotiate or give you a price because you are overqualified. I cannot pay you what we are offering for this position. Having somebody like you in this position is just killing your dream. I don't know why you're here, but let me tell you something. There is more to you than you are given. I see you owning your own business. I don't see you working in a security company anytime soon. I smiled. I smiled. You know why I smiled? Kevin doesn't really smile now. But when I heard those words coming out of the woman's mouth, I smiled. Because last night I was online registering my business. But the interview was already scheduled, so I decided to go to the interview anywhere. People sometimes gotta talk to you. And you just need a sign. You just need to ask for the signs. If I had gotten that job, maybe it would have distracted me and my business would not go the way I want it to go. Maybe it would have helped to motivate the business. I don't know. My lesson from this, I was on the phone yesterday with somebody and I'm supposed to do an interview with her very soon. And she was telling me, register your business. Don't just make it a talk. Go ahead, register your business. As soon as I came off the phone with her, I messaged somebody else and I say, how do you go about registering your business? Because I think I'm ready to do mine. Two persons responded to me. I messaged two persons and they respond to me. I said, this is what you do, this is what you do. I went online and I registered my business. I'm just waiting my business license. When the business license comes out, then I'll tell you more about it. The message in this story, sometimes God puts some people in your life. Find out who they are, why they are, and what is the reason for them to be a part of your life. The Gleaner story came as a motivation. All this time, I've been wondering, where do I go from here? I want to help transgenders. I want to help as many people as I can. Even if you're not a transgender and you need my help, I can help you. I will help you. If I can help you, I will help you. My business is going to be a different kind of business. I don't just want to be giving people money because I don't have money like that. And even if and when I do have access to money like that, it can't just come like that. But I will try my best to see who I can help when I can help as the needs arrive. People, be true to yourself. There are a lot of us out there who wants to own our businesses and we're afraid of what people may think. We're afraid of taking chances. We're afraid of even taking the first step. Every successful businessman had to start somewhere, or businesswoman or business person had to start somewhere. Failure doesn't mean the end. You know what failure is to Kevin? F first, A attempt, I for in, and L for learning. Fail means first attempt in learning. I have failed before, quite a few times. Do I sit down and make the failure get the better of me? No. I look into myself, I assess the situation, and say to myself, what would have caused me to fail? What could I have done better to not have failed? You look at your mistakes and you try to motivate yourself from there, right? So, yes, I registered my business and I'm waiting my business license. But the message that came to me from the interview today, the lady said to me, I see you opening or running your own business. This is not the job for you. A lot of people would walk out of the interview feeling upset and disappointed and curse out the lady. Some people would have swore and say, oh, she denied me the job because I'm overqualified, and that is not something that you want to say to somebody during an interview. But I thank her for not giving me the job, because now I get the opportunity to reevaluate myself, think about my future, my family future, my kids, my wife future, and the future of the persons who are waiting on me to help them. Your boy Kevin said he wants to be the voice for the voiceless, or the voice of the voiceless, or the voice for the voiceless, and I want to bring hope to the hopeless. People, you're watching this video. Help me help them. I have a PayPal account. The link will be in the description of this video. For those who can contribute to the Help a Trans initiative, I would love if you do so. If it's $10, $5, $20, whatever you can contribute to help the transgenders who are needing my help, please give to the best of your heart. Remember, I hear Christian people say, give and it will come back to you. I also hear them say they pay tithes and offering. But my Bible also tells me that we must give to the poor and needy. Transgenders, some of us are poor and some of us are needy. There are heterosexual persons out there. There are LGBTQ, other acronyms, who are poor and in need. If they call upon the church hardly ever have it to give. COVID is happening and people can't find their food to eat, but they have to go to church and pay their tithes and offering. I'm not here to bash the church. That's not my thing. But I'm saying, give it to somebody who is in need. It's up to you. If the church is in need, you give it to the church. You want to give it to the transgenders, you give it to the transgender. But I'm saying, I am a living testimony. When I was in the closet, There were times when I wanted stuff and I couldn't afford it. I had nobody to turn to. Because as soon as I try to ask somebody for anything, especially men, they want sex for it. For far too long, LGBTQ people have to sell their bodies unintentionally to make ends meet. Transgenders go for a job, they're not given the right pronouns, so they're forced to stick under the label of a female. They're forced to respond to the gender of a female because nobody will ever see them as the man they see themselves to be. And that is why a lot of them will have to leave Jamaica. Some of them will have to take the testosterone to get the facial hair. So when a person looks on them, they can give them the correct pronoun or the correct gender during the communication. There's something else I want to say to the general public. Even if you can't accept us or see us the way we see ourselves, can you at least just respect us? Treat us as human beings. Remember, trans are humans. We are not animals. We don't belong in a cage. We are a part of the human race. So if you don't respect that, then we're gonna always be back and forth in arguments and confrontation. And we really don't have the energy for it. We just want to live just like you. We apply for a job, and the moment we appear or we show up for the interview, you look on us and we dress masculine, and our name on the paper is feminine. The first look that that interviewer gives us sometimes, it makes us feel like, I don't want to be here. And then in order for us to sell in the interviews, the vibe is already like gone. I went to an interview before and the lady looked at me and said, I was expecting and then I'm like, what were you expecting? She's like, I'm sorry, that didn't come out right. I was ready to chew her up because I spoke to her on the phone and I sounded very masculine. But when I applied and I sent in the application, the name is feminine. When I show up, I guess she was looking to see a female. And this was another reason why I'm like, you know what, let me just hurry up and change the gender on my paper and just do what I need to do, because I'm tired of the embarrassment. And then people want to judge us when we transition and tell us that God didn't make any mistake. We're not saying God made a mistake. We didn't say that. All we're saying is that genetically speaking, we don't feel like the gender we were given as birth. Kevin doesn't feel like the gender he was given at birth. I see a lot of the comments on IG and Facebook, and they're saying hospital give out wrong gender, or we should sue the RGD, the registration department that gave us the wrong gender. No, we're not here to sue anybody. We're just here to live our truth. People need to understand about gender dysphoria. You can Google it. My definition might be different from Google. I also want people to understand about the hormones and the when somebody's hormone is unbalanced. For some people, their are unbalanced and they don't want to do anything about it because it doesn't bother them. There are a lot of females out there who are living the life of a female, but they have male hormones and they dress like boy, but they're not attracted to women. There are men out there who have feminine tendencies and they're not attracted to men. To each his own. But there are people like me who have a lot of male hormones within me, and I cannot act like a female because I don't feel like one. My understanding of the whole transformation prior to now coming to where I'm at or getting to where I'm at as to where I'm coming from, it wasn't an easy battle. I was battling with myself daily. Day in, day out, I was always saying to myself, why am I like this? Why am I feeling so trapped? Why am I feeling stuck? Why is it that people keep raping me? Why is it that people keep sexually abusing me? What am I doing wrong? I don't dress like a girl, but yet they still do the things to me. I tell people I love women, but yet they still feel like I should be with a man. Why? All the questions I couldn't answer. Spoke about it in another of my video. I went to several counseling with pastors, church sisters, church brothers, minister, registered counselor, spoke to different people. I had at least 10 different persons offered to counsel me. I have been to several sessions, therapy sessions, over and over. Fasting. There was a time when we went on 40 days fasting. 40 days fasting just to try and get rid of the demons that was in me that made me felt like I was in love with women. And the more I try to explain to people that is not just a feeling, they just wouldn't get it. And now when I transition, people want to judge me. Listen, you all don't know the story. You only see the result. And it's because you all don't know the story, you only see the result. Don't judge me. Judge not. You understand? Because you all don't know the battle I face daily. Getting up sometimes and feel like I don't want to get up. I don't want to be alive. I just rather be dead. I want to just go back to bed. Like, people don't know how much that hurts. They don't know how much it took a toll on my body, mentally, physically. Sometimes I don't even want to go to work. I'm like, why? And now I'm finally living my truth, getting up every day, feeling happy, excited to see the next day. When I look in the mirror, I'm like, yo, bro, you're so handsome. Ooh, you're so dope. Like, some like a facial hair up here. So, ooh, that no bad. I feel good about myself. So, like, while they passa and they all stressful, I don't know. When you stop stressing yourself, I'm happy. I might not look happy right now because I'm hungry. Went to the interview and came back and I haven't had anything to eat. But I'm living my truth. So people, support the merch. The merch is out there in Jamaica. You want to purchase a merch, DM me and the mobile store will have it mailed to you by post. You should get it within 3 to 4 weeks depending on how fast the post service works or the post office works. Or you can order it online from the Teespring account. Remember, a portion of the merch profit goes towards the Help a Trans initiative. I'm going to set up my business page and everything as soon as I get the business license. So you all just stay tuned. For the persons who have been checking in with me to see how I am doing, thank you for the check-in. For the persons who went on the IG and the Facebook and left me some good comments, I also thank you. Remember, I'm human being too, but strong walls shake. It doesn't mean they have to break. So I'm glad that God built me this way. All the things I've been through after being raped several times plus more, I didn't have to sit and count all the occasions and all the instances, but I know it happened at least 7 times. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. And I spoke about it on my channel before. My grandfather was one of the persons, well, I maybe never said it out loud. He was one of the persons who raped me. Pastors, 3 pastors, like sexually assaulted me, raped me, or even if they want to say I gave consent to it, I never did. Because I tried to think back so hard. Did I consent to it? Did I meet you at the place prepared for it? No. It took me by surprise. And for persons who are not educated enough, let me explain something to you. Sex without consent is rape. Even if you force the person into it and the person admit after and give in, it's still rape. Even if you coach the person into it, the person never willfully give in. If the person show up at your house and you're already wearing a condom, you already meditated about the act, premeditated rape. I don't know if that's an offense in Jamaica, but the fact that you thought about it and you're already wearing a condom by the time the person reached, you had it planned. If you had the condom well stashed underneath your bed waiting for the person, like one of my occasion, you already commit yourself. The time you sit and think about these things and plan these things, like, what do you expect? What did you expect? You're married, you're a Christian, you're gonna have sex with somebody who is not your wife. If it's not rape, it's sexual assault. If it's not rape and it's not sexual assault, you still cheated on your wife. Where is the Bible with all the sin that you just committed? So people might say the man never raped me. Me carry myself got the man yard what me expect. Okay. You might be partly correct. I took myself to the person's house. Did I go there expecting to have sex? No. I went there for counseling because we were talking about my sexual feelings. I was talking about my sexuality. I'm in love with women. I have been having sex with women, and you want to pray for me so that I change. Then, yes, we meet for counseling. We never meet because more have sex. Because at the time I was living with my so-called husband. So if I did sex more, I could have get it from him. I was never attracted to men. I'm sorry. My husband can tell you if he's honest enough. There was nothing about the bedroom that we enjoyed because it was not me. I just did it because that's what the pastor and the Christians and society wanted, the norm. So there are persons on the video, on the Gleaner video, And they're saying, if you were a trans all this time, why did you go and get married to a man? When you're from a Christian family who they are pastors and ministers and very high in church, you don't want to tell those people no, because they preach on God upon you. Them take Bible and beat you. Them use olive oil and dash it all over you. Put it in your mouth, all in your underwear. All your underwear, then we open your underwear and dash the olive oil down there, because them people are serious when they come to them church and them believe. So you can't judge a man unless you know what he's been through. And you're not even supposed to be judging. But for the person we're gonna say, you get married and you have a child, why come out now? Why not now? I couldn't have done it then. Now is the best time to live. Live in the present. I can't go back and undo the things that happened in the past. I can't go back to the persons who raped me and say, take back your rape. I was not in the position to help myself then. What I was getting about the educational part, for persons who don't know about a person who is a repeated victim, repeated victims tend to shut down after the second or the third time. If you live with your husband and he beats you, after it becomes a habit, you get so used to it that you know when it's gonna happen, and there's nothing you can do about it but just cry. There are persons who've been raped before and it's so painful that they try to lock out the memory. When you're in a repeated victim position, there are three things that happen. You either fight, flight, or freeze. For the first many of the occasions I fight back, as far as I can remember, I was always saying no, fighting back, pushing or whatever. After it become a habit for different persons to be doing the same thing to me, I started just blocking it out. So me just literally freeze. You walk, I walk into a house, person well already waiting for me, boom bam bam vroom. Not even 5 seconds. I felt like I died, to be honest. I numbed. I was like, here we go again. And then that's it. I can't remember how it happened, how long it happened, what happened after. All I know is that I can remember getting there and how it started, and then it just locked out. So when I went through all my counseling and everything, that's why I decided to become a counselor and a social worker. I decided I want to help people like myself, people who have been through what I've been through, and I want to save people from experiencing what I have experienced. So when I counsel people or persons who have been victims, I have a soft spot for them, and I am in the better position to help them than for somebody who's never had the experience. Because a person who's never had the experience, they'll say, do this and do that and do that. They don't know if it will work because they never tried it. But for me, who has done it before and it worked for me, then I am one of the better persons who can tell you what to do. You know, somebody can tell you, don't eat this and don't eat that because it's not good for you. How do they know it's not good for you? Have they ever tried it? What are the side effects? You know what I mean? So practice what you preach. So for me, I can tell people what to do because I practiced it before. So anyways, don't want to make this video too long. Just want to let you know what I've been up to, because a lot of people might think that I phased out. I haven't posted anything in the past week or so because of the whole happenings, and then I had so much going on in my life where that is concerned, trying to get back out there in the world of work, and I'm trying to get a business registered, blah blah blah, and then the video thing just got viral. Then my family kind of pissed off at me and everything, but I understand. But I just like go, like I tell somebody in one of the comments, I'm a transgender, okay. You're homophobic, okay. Live and let live. Say what you have to say, keep it moving. I say what I have to say, keep it moving. I'm not in the back and forth tag and war with nobody over my sexuality, my gender, or my identity. My identity, I'm a trans man. My gender, I'm a male. My sexuality, I am straight. I am attracted to cisgender women or born women. When I say born woman, even if you were born a trans woman, even if you were born a male and you say you were given the wrong gender, as long as you're living under the title of a woman, I'm okay to date you. I don't date non-binary. I have no problems with non-binary. I have friends who are non-binary. So let me just clear here. I have no problem with them. But for my personal preference where the bedroom is concerned, that's my preference. Just like a heterosexual man would tell you he only likes women, or he only likes born women. Nobody has a problem when a heterosexual man says that. And when a woman says strictly dicky, I don't do the dildo, strictly dicky, I don't hear people complaining. But because a trans man says he only dates born women or cisgender women, then people want to say, why don't you date a trans woman? Why don't you date a binary and a non-binary? What's the difference? My preference, your preference. Like, is that another crime inside of the LGBTQ community? It shouldn't be. Because people free for date who them want to date. But like I say, whatever happens inside of the bedroom, speak for itself. You won't know unless you're inside there, right? So until next time, until next video on the channel Journey with Kevin.
I was not gonna interrupt, but I heard you doing your outro, and I'm like, I have to come in.
What's the word? Outro?
Yeah, because you
so
have
then you have
intro
and outro.
I don't think it's outro, but I can't say intro because you're exiting, so I'm say outro.
Okay, Shay. Have a good day. Tell the people hi and bye.
Bye. No, you have to end it with me.
So she's not gonna leave until I end the video. So people, until next time, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, and share the video. It's all good over here. The Kevin's family is doing good.